Hello, it is workout of the week time. So, to take you through this week's workout, this is a workout that I did in person last night at 5 o'clock. It is a AMRAP workout. It is a 15 minutes. So there is, let me see, it looks like 7/8 different exercises in this workout. So most of the exercises, there's 15 reps per exercise. So to give you a breakdown of this workout before I get into the explanations and demonstrations. So an AMRAP, for those of you who don't know, that is as many rounds as possible. This is a 15-minute AMRAP. So you'll try to do as many rounds of these exercises as you possibly can in the 15 minutes. So for the exercises, we have kettlebell thrusters. You can use dumbbells. So a thruster would simply be doing a squat and then coming up and pressing. There's push-ups, you can modify. There's bodyweight squats. There's kettlebell overhead tricep extensions, coming up and down, working those triceps. Just adjust this camera here. Then there is some kettlebell swings involved in this workout. There is sit-ups, there's lunges, and then at the end of it, there's something to kind of what I call ring the bell, which will be in between rounds, just kind of like a 1-rep reset. When we did it in class in person last night, it was a good way for everyone else in the class to kind of get a gauge of where everyone else is in their work series. So I'm recommending either a box jump if you have something to hop up on, or you can do a step up if you don't want the impact, or simply doing a couple of jump squats to kind of simulate that as well. So to get everyone warmed up, I'm just going to go through some different stuff. If you have a foam roller, these are great. So we're going to do just a couple of minutes of foam rolling. And yeah, let me see here. I'm just trying to find a view that you can get in and see me. So hopefully you can see it with the foam roller. Just to loosen up the back at first, if you sit on the foam roller, then scooch down and start rolling out to hit the lower back first. So I might need to adjust this camera down a little bit. But yeah, so for the workout, just to give you a little bit of strategy and advice and input on this one. If you did last week's workout, it was kind of a quick, good introduction to the AMRAPs. It was 6 different exercises, 10 reps per. So you really didn't get to like the suck threshold as far as like it's starting to get difficult with only 10 reps before you move on to the next exercise and get a chance to rest while switching muscle groups or switching movements. All right, so we'll pop on up. So now, let me just adjust this down a little bit. We're gonna go through and do a couple of, maybe too low now, I'm trying to find the right angle here. All right, we'll roll with that hopefully. Hopefully you can see my head if it cuts off, I apologize. I'll try to stand back here for some of the overhead stuff, but you get the idea. All right, so we're gonna go through now, we're gonna do some inchworms, hands down, walk it out, and then come back in. Just kind of go through these, getting that good stretch in your hamstrings, trying to keep your legs fairly straight. So basically with 15 reps and a longer list of exercises, it gets a little more challenging at certain points throughout the workout. Most everyone was on the 4th round that did the class last night in person. So there was a couple of us that we got through the 4th round and just barely finished it. There were some other people on there, like they got the 3 rounds done and we're well into the 4th round. So pace yourself, whether you want to pick it up and work at a high intensity. This is one though that, especially the push-ups, because we have those overhead kettlebell tricep extensions into it, the push-ups got pretty tough after a while. The rest of it, yeah, you felt it in your legs, but really it was those push-ups is where you started to really struggle, and then, you know, some people you need to take like a slight break. All right, now we're gonna go into a Spider-Man lunge to get warmed up. That leg forward, knee down, lean your body down. So yeah, obviously you can modify any of this stuff. The weight selection. So if you're doing this at home and you have weights to choose from, you want to make sure that you're selecting a challenging weight. Now, the little disclaimer to that, and we'll switch sides in this lunge, is you want to have a weight that's challenging, but during the workout, we want to keep moving. So for those overhead tricep extensions, a weight that may seem easy in the beginning, not like with a cumulative effect of fatigue, also doing push-ups in a workout, you want to get to the point where you're able to continue to do the exercise without really having to stop and break up or partition the amount of reps. We want to keep it moving. That's really kind of the idea. So at any point in time, if as you're going through the workout, if you feel like you need to reduce the weight, if you have that option, set the weight down and just kind of simulate, even just kind of going through the motion of like the kettlebell triceps and then pick it up on the next round, that's fine too. I really want to have everything keep moving to keep that heart rate up to get those higher level of intensity. So yeah, so now from here, we're just gonna do a quick seated hamstring stretch. I'm big on stretching the hamstrings. It alleviates a lot of knee pain, improves that stuff, as well as the lower back. A lot of people, if they get injuries, it is in the rear part of their body, not usually in the front. We don't pull quad muscles, abdominal muscles, chest muscles quite as much as we do, you know, it's like a calf, a hamstring, throwing out our lower back, or pulling an upper back muscle, etc. So we really want to focus on loosening up the front part, the back side of our body. That's why I'm big on doing these hamstring stretches, leaning forward. Obviously, it's great to stretch those quads as well. But yeah, make sure you're completely warmed up for this workout. Being on site here, luckily we had the benefit in the locker room of using the sauna. So I sat in there for 7 or 8 minutes, got a light sweat going. And so now I'm out here ready to do the workout. So whether it's doing some jumping jacks, running in place, do whatever you can to get a light sweat going and get that blood flowing. All right, so now I'm gonna go through and demonstrate each one of these exercises before I get into doing one round of the workout. So to go through the thruster, as I said, you want to select a challenging weight. We're going to be holding that kettlebell in front of us. You want to stand shoulder width or slightly wider apart. You want to go down into the squat. I let my knees kind of touch like the inside of my knees. My elbows touch the inside of my knees. Coming on up and pressing above the head. That coming down, pressing up. If you need to pause for a second, I recommend pausing with a kettlebell above you, because you want to keep that momentum going down, especially coming up out of it, where that's the best resting position on a kettlebell thruster. So for the push-ups, there's obviously all kinds of variations of push-ups. You can do the standard push-up. We'll just do a couple of those now to kind of get warmed up. Coming all the way down, pushing back up. Another great variation if you're trying to get better at doing regular push-ups is you can transfer down to your forearms like you're doing a plank. You can lower your chest to the ground, reset your hands, and then push up. That helps build that upper body strength while still doing push-ups without the strain of lowering yourself down. You can kind of overcome where a lot of people, there's just that disconnect from transitioning from a modified push-up to a full push-up and building enough chest strength to do so. Then on the knees, you want to make sure that you're bringing that chest to the ground, coming back up. You can even do that same thing, lowering down to your forearms and doing a push-up there. You can do, whether you're using a wall for push-ups, whether you're doing it on a couch, a chair, a bench. There's all kinds of variations that you can do for push-ups using a different type of apparatus, a chair that's obviously secure and going to hold your weight. That's another option too for the push-ups. So for bodyweight squats, I always recommend feet shoulder width apart, hands in front of your chest, reaching out in front of you, getting back and down nice and low, coming up, that full range of motion. With this, we want to hit at all times that full range of motion, get a full benefit, and get a full rep. I know we're trying to do this stuff for time, so you sometimes have to remind yourself, to make sure that you're not kind of, I don't call it cheating, but you're making sure that you're getting that full range of motion. So then we have the overhead tricep extensions. So with a kettlebell, I recommend hooking your thumbs in the inside of the kettlebell. You can see here, getting that grip, going above the head. It just keeps more wrist control as you come up and down. I've seen a lot of people try holding on to the handles on this, and it just kind of pulls the wrist as you come down in a different position. I like grasping around the whole entire bell. You want to keep those elbows in, coming up all the way, back down. Now one little, I guess we'll call it the cheat code on this one, is as you're doing these and you start to get tired in the workout, it is great, if you watch my knees, to almost do like a push press. So you come down and get that pop to help get that kettlebell up there. You get a little bit of momentum when doing these tricep extensions if you need it. All right, so now we have the kettlebell swing. I've shown this one before in other workouts, but you want to be here, coming up, getting an extension, coming up and down. You're squatting with that kettlebell, getting the fall, getting that hip drive, coming forward and creating that stop at the top, allowing the energy to transfer into the kettlebell. For sit-ups, I recommend doing the butterfly style sit-ups. So you will be down here, feet together in front of you, hands behind, come up, tap the toe area, back down, back up. And so this is going to be the sit-ups for the workout. Then, if you're doing this at home, I wrote down 20 alternating front lunges. We did it here in person, so we have the ability to walk back and forth across the Group X studio, which I'll talk about and show you in a second. But if you're doing it at home, front, alternating feet for 20 total, 10 on each side. It should be roughly about the same kind of time frame as it was for us, going across the whole entire Group X studio, going down, getting that full long stride, sitting down into it nice and low that we did last night. So then, after doing those, as I said, it's time to ring the bell at the end of each round. So for us last night, we did the box jumps. They're coming up onto the box, stepping down off and over, and going back and repeating round one. You can do simply a step up as well. You step up onto the box and over. That'll also count. Or if you're doing it at home, if you want to get some jump squats, coming up, drink the knees up high, back down. Maybe get a couple of those in, one or two. That's what I recommend, just as a way to mark that you finished each round. Keep track of your rounds. If you end up getting into a round, your score would be, like for example, last night we had somebody who did 3 rounds, plus they got through the 15 thrusters, the 15 push-ups, and the 15 bodyweight squats. So their score was 3 plus 45 reps. So if you get a chance to, if you're in person and you come down to the fitness center in the Group X room, there's the board. I'd love to have you write down your score up on the board. Future weeks when we start doing some EMOMs, you can write down, you can keep track there as well, or just drop it in the comments. So I'd really like to know if anyone's actually watching these out there. We're trying to make the decision for March whether we're going to continue doing these virtual classes. So please, if you're watching and if you're getting benefit from this explanation of the workout of the week, please do me a huge favor, drop a comment so we know that you're out there, all right? Because if not, we're probably gonna start offering more in-person classes. All right, so to check on the time, yeah, we got about 5 more minutes, so I'm going to go through and do a round either with you, or basically you can watch me go through and kind of see how I do it. But if you're doing this on your own, set a timer for 15 minutes on your phone. You can use any other type of clock as well, stopwatch, whatever you got. So you want to set it for 15 minutes and really just get after it and get as many rounds as you can. You are going to notice that this, as I said, workout is a little bit harder. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and push yourself when you can and then dial it back off when you need to slow down. Since I already did this last night, I'm just going to kind of go through at a fairly easy pace. So you may hopefully be able to either keep up or leave me in the dust and kind of push forward and go a little faster. So that's personally up to you. I do find that, as I said, it was about 3.5-ish minutes per round. I think the first round that was done last night, there was a couple of us that did it in about 3 minutes, but then it slowed down from there. So obviously you start off and move through some of these things a little bit quicker. A big part when you are going for time like this is the transitions from one exercise to the next. If you can, I would say try to rest while still moving and doing the exercise. Just slow down the overall pace. Try to keep your heart rate down, keep it under control, versus just stopping in between, let's say like the push-ups and the squats. Just stand up from the ground, get ready, and just start squatting. Get back into it. If you need to, as I said, go slower until you kind of catch your breath again. That's a better strategy than just stopping and waiting and then going into squats. Keep it moving if you can. If you got something in the tank, just obviously pick up that pace and keep it going. So, all right, to kind of get going here, I'm gonna go through with the thrusters. So we got 15 of these. So you wanna go down and get your timer ready. And we're gonna begin the workout. If you're ready to hit start here soon in 3, 2, 1, and we're going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, we're on to the next one. We got those push-ups. Drop right down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, so now from those bodyweight squats, keep it moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, now we're into those triceps. Grab that kettlebell and keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, I'm gonna lost count. I think that was 15. All right, now we got those swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Dropping down for some sit-ups now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I find this is where you can definitely make up some time. 13, 14, 15. I use that momentum coming up and down. Now we're going to those lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Last one. All right, now it's time to ring the bell. Get the box jump, knees up. Maybe one more. Whew. All right, keep it going. I'm gonna stop here, but if you're still in it, keep it going. You're doing awesome. You're doing great. Try to get as many rounds as you can in these 15 minutes. So as I said, please drop a comment. Let me know if you're watching this, if you're getting benefit, if you have any questions, or any suggestions. But good luck. Hope you're enjoying the workout. Keep it going.